Welcome to my channel. Today I am going to tell about a story which is called Pippin's Panda-tastic Playground Parade. Enjoy it! Once upon a time, in the cozy town of Willowville, there lived a curious and adventurous young panda named Pippin. Pippin wasn't like other pandas. He loved to explore and discover new things. But more than anything, Pippin adored playgrounds. He loved the swings, the slides, and especially the merry-go-rounds. Every day after school, Pippin would rush to the playground in Willow Park. He'd spend hours swinging high into the sky, zooming down the slides, and spinning around on the merry-go-round until he felt dizzy. But one day, as Pippin was playing, he noticed something peculiar. Near the edge of the playground, hidden behind some bushes, stood an old, forgotten carousel. It was dusty and worn, with chipped paint and creaky joints. Pippin had never seen it before, and he couldn't resist the urge to investigate. Carefully, Pippin pushed aside the bushes and stepped closer to the carousel. He ran his paw along its wooden frame, feeling the rough texture beneath his fur. "Wow," he whispered to himself, "this must be the most amazing playground ride ever." Despite its shabby appearance, Pippin could see the potential for fun in the old carousel. He imagined it spinning around, music playing, and children laughing with delight. Determined to bring the carousel back to life, Pippin decided to enlist the help of his friends. That evening, Pippin gathered his friends, Molly the monkey, Benny the bunny, and Sammy the squirrel, at the playground. Excitedly, he told them about the hidden carousel and his idea to restore it to its former glory. Molly, Benny, and Sammy were all thrilled by the idea. They loved the idea of having a new playground ride to enjoy. Together, they formed a plan to clean up the carousel and make it sparkle like new. For the next few days, Pippin and his friends worked tirelessly. They scrubbed away the dirt and grime, repainted the chipped paint, and oiled the creaky joints until the carousel looked as good as new. As they worked, they sang and laughed, enjoying each other's company and the satisfaction of their hard work. Finally, after days of hard work, the carousel was ready. Pippin and his friends stood back and admired their handiwork, feeling proud of what they had accomplished together. "It's perfect," exclaimed Molly, clapping her hands with excitement. Pippin grinned from ear to ear. "Now all we need is some music," he said. With a flick of his paw, he started to hum a catchy tune, and soon Benny joined in with his drumming, Sammy added some tambourine, and Molly danced around in circles. As the music filled the air, Pippin couldn't help but feel a sense of joy and contentment. The carousel may have been old and forgotten, but now it was alive with the laughter and happiness of children once again. And as Pippin looked around at his friends, he knew that this was just the beginning of their Panda-tastic playground parade. The news of the newly restored carousel spread quickly throughout Willowville. Children and their parents flocked to the playground to see the magnificent ride for themselves. Pippin and his friends beamed with pride as they watched the delighted faces of the visitors. As the days went by, the carousel became the highlight of the playground. Children lined up eagerly, waiting for their turn to ride the colorful horses and twirl around to the music. Pippin and his friends took turns operating the carousel, ensuring that everyone had a chance to experience the joy it brought. But one day, disaster struck. A fierce storm swept through Willowville, bringing heavy rain and strong winds. When Pippin and his friends arrived at the playground the next morning, they were devastated to find the carousel damaged by the storm. The roof was torn off, the paint was chipped, and some of the horses were missing their tails. Pippin felt a knot form in his stomach as he surveyed the damage. How could they ever fix the carousel now? But Pippin was not one to give up easily. With determination in his heart, he rallied his friends once again. They gathered materials from around the town and set to work repairing the carousel, even better than before. It took days of hard work and late nights, but slowly the carousel began to take shape again. Pippin and his friends worked tirelessly, painting, hammering, and sawing until every last detail was perfect. Finally, the day arrived when the carousel was once again ready to delight the children of Willowville. Pippin and his friends stood back, admiring their handiwork with pride. "It's even better than before," exclaimed Benny, his eyes shining with excitement. Pippin nodded in agreement. "It's a symbol of our friendship and determination," he said. "No matter what challenges we face, as long as we stick together, we can overcome anything." As the carousel began to spin once again, Pippin felt a surge of happiness fill his heart. The storm may have caused damage, but it couldn't dampen the spirit of the playground or the bond between friends. And as the children laughed and played on the carousel, Pippin knew that no matter what adventures lay ahead, they would always have each other to rely on. For in the end, it wasn't the carousel itself that mattered most, but the memories and friendships it helped to create. The days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, but the magic of the carousel never faded. It continued to bring joy and laughter to the children of Willowville, reminding them of the power of friendship and perseverance. Pippin and his friends became local heroes, celebrated for their hard work and dedication. They were invited to ride on the carousel at the town's annual parade, where they waved to the cheering crowds with pride. But for Pippin, the greatest reward was seeing the smiles on the faces of the children as they rode the carousel. He knew that he had helped create something truly special, something that would be cherished for years to come. As Pippin looked out over the playground, he felt a sense of happiness wash over him. The carousel may have been old and worn, but it was filled with love and memories, and that was all that mattered. And so, dear reader, the story of Pippin's Panda-tastic playground parade comes to an end. But remember, the next time you visit a playground or see an old carousel, take a moment to appreciate the magic that surrounds you. For who knows what adventures await, just waiting to be discovered. I hope you enjoy listening to Pippin's Panda-tastic playground parade.